Hello guys, how's it going? This is Honkai back again with another long video. It's been a long time since I did a long ass video yapping. Back to the roots, back to myself, back to what I like to do. Detailed analysis on this 3 units that we got. Saber, Archer and Phainon. Basically the whole 3.4 meta. It's a little bit late because, as you can see, the only one that you can actually pull is Saber. Phainon is gone. I wanted to talk about a little bit who is, in my opinion, the best, who is more fun to play, which team based on what I have, are like good. I'd like to start with Phainon. First of all, if you are pretty new, if you just got Phainon, I'm just gonna assume you don't know nothing.
This was my childhood dream.
Okay, so first of all, this is his best in slot set. Wave Strider Captain. There's no question about it. As for planers, we got Arcadia Woven Dream. This is the best in slot, but you know, a pretty good solid alternative is Rutilant Arena for sure. Basic attack, skill damage. Also there's another one, this one, damage, where's ultimate and follow-up attack, even though yeah, Phainon has a sort of a follow-up attack based on when he gets into Castellana mode. But yeah, I would go for Arcadia or Rutilant Arena. I wouldn't choose any other options. I was rocking a Rutilant Arena Phainon. I was using this piece and then an attack percentage piece. I don't know, maybe this one, you know. But overall, my Phainon is pretty good. Crit rate is a little bit on the low side, but with buffs and all that, you get a decent amount. So actually, I do have a little Phainon team that I've been using. So interestingly, let's talk about Phainon. So in the beginning, I actually thought that Phainon was going to power creep everything, based on 2 things. Based on first of all, when he gets into ultimate, he doesn't need, he applies physical weakness, he applies his own element, so it's just a little joke. I mean, I was a little bit salty about that, you know, like, you know, what the fuck is going on here? I mean, this is Honkai style, really turn-based game, elements, whatever. But you know, in the end, even though it's a pretty potent you know, perk that any DPS, if you have that, I mean, Firefly, any DPS that can apply the weakness is pretty good. So well, you also get it with Phainon, and a little bit OP, but you know what, based on his play style and all that, he is kind of balanced, to be honest. If you're playing in him as a free-to-play with no, of course, no Eidolons. I mean, I'm talking as in a free-to-play perspective. I have no Eidolons on Phainon, no Eidolons on Archer, no Eidolons on Saber. So, and I'm even using his his best alternative, which is on the fall of an Eon, which is the Hurta's Lightcon shop, the free one. So if you're free, totally get this one. You use this on Phainon, you use this on Firefly, you use this on on Saber, you use this Lightcon on everybody. It's insane. Best choice. That everybody should get this Lightcon. Everybody should get all of the Lightcon on the Hurta's Lightcon shop. So so this is my Phainon. As you can see, my Phainon can go up to 90 something crit rate.
So this
it's pretty important that you get him up to, yeah, up to 100% if you can. because you want to you want to use all of his attacks, and he doesn't do really multi instances of damage, so he's just like a what's it called? Man, I'm forgetting. Like an archer unit. Man, I'm forgetting.
So naive.
What's the class? A hunt unit. You know, hunts unit usually deal single target and single instances of damage, big hits, but only one single target, one instance of damage. So Phainon is the same. When he does his counter attack, is a single instance of damage. When he does his ultimate attack, when he does his when he uses his skill on Phainon mode, when he's normal. So you want him up to a considerable amount of crit rate. This is also true for Archer. Archer wants 100% crit rate. No, there's no question about it. But Saber, on the other hand, I think that she can, she does more instances of she does multiple instances of damage. So I don't believe it's that important, but it is quite important. Okay, so Phainon's team. First of all, I found Phainon to be the most fun unit to play, and we got pretty much every end game content was you could use Phainon. On this MOC was pretty good. On this on this Apocalyptic Shadow, on this Pure Fiction. Like I thought that he wouldn't be able to sustain nothing but MOC, but I was mistaken, and I was humbled by I think that Phainon, if you build them correctly, and if you have a nice set of companions, you can. It will show that it's a pretty universal in endgame modes. So I'm pretty happy about that. Of course, every single buff was tailored, and they thought about Phainon, so he got a nice boost and all that. We can talk about that later, but totally insane. So Phainon, apart from being a good ass unit, like visual wise and all that, like she's we thought that with Castorice capped, but no, we got even more. Now, everybody was kind of complaining about the drag and all that, and when Phainon hit, I mean, it was like insane. I mean, so they delivered with Phainon's ultimate. They delivered with the change. They delivered with the 3.4 story quest. So overall, as for sentimental value, I know that he's gone. Like he'll get a rerun pretty soon. But if you got Phainon, I think that you did a pretty good job. So as for teammates, so I highly suggest you to go sustainless. You can do it, just don't be scared. You can go sustainless with Phainon. There are so many units that you can use. This is just a little variant that I have. Ting Yun, Bronya, Robin. Pretty good candidate is Remembrance MC. With Remembrance MC, so he's so good. I wanted to do a video about this because this is the best unit ever in the game. Like, this is the guy that you want. You want him in every team. You want him slotted in at least one team. There's no question about it. You want him every I mean, in a free-to-play case. The true damage and the action advance is just too good to pass on. So sadly, I do not have Sunday. So the best free-to-play team, just let's say that this is Sunday. Let's pick a. So the best free-to-play team would be Sunday, Bronya, and perhaps Remembrance MC. Okay. So in this case, you would have 3 action advancers. So it's a little bit maybe too much because you have to speed tune Phainon to be like kind of in the middle. So you might lose some, some DPS. If you do not want 3 action advancer, you can take out the one that you do not need. Like in this case, I wouldn't go for Bronya. I'll pick somebody else. I really do like I really do like Robin, for example. You can get a Tribbie in this case if you do have Sunday. So if you have Sunday in Bronya, it's just a matter of choosing if you want to use Remembrance MC or I would go for it for 2 action advancer, you know, because it is kind of crazy when you're actually playing. It depends on Phainon speed. I'm at 124, so I have this is the faster. My Remembrance MC is faster, but it's not a problem because I can delay his skill so that I can advance him later if I want to. Bronya is the slowest, so she will act after Phainon, giving him the advance. And yeah, if you're rocking 2 action advancer, you want an SP positive unit. So Robin is actually a pretty SP positive unit. She only has to skill once to refresh, and if you're playing good, you can forgo ever actually skilling again. But you know, Robin doesn't play. I mean, it's just once she does the skill and then she never appears again. So Tribbie is an SP positive unit. You can go for a debuffer, I guess. There's no case for a sub DPS. I mean, in a free-to-play team, I guess I wouldn't go for it. Tingyun is an exceptional unit. An exceptional unit. Tingyun, why is an exceptional unit? Because Tingyun gives 1 charge, or gives 2 charges when she uses the ultimate. Okay, regenerating the energy bar gives 1 buff. Okay, and then the ultimate gives the 2nd buff. So pretty good. So you, as soon as the turn begins, she will ult and gives 2 stack to Phainon. So it's a pretty good unit. What she lacks is, I guess, when you finish the first Kaslana and you go back to human form, depending on the SP that you have, Tingyun maybe lacks a little bit of, you know, getting back into shape. You know, she starts strong turn 1, but then it's kind of, and she's a little bit squishy also. So if you do not have Castorice, chances are that, you know, it's a little bit squishy, and when, you know, as I said, when Kaslana ends, it's a little bit hard to get back on track. But if you had, you know, if you do have a good team and have a Sunday, maybe you don't even have that problem because you're dealing massive damage and all that. But you know, the thing that I wouldn't go for, even though I haven't actually, I wouldn't go for it because I didn't test it, is Wukong. I do not know if Wukong is actually better, you know. This I didn't try. So what I did try is basically Tingyun, Bronya, Remembrance MC. I never go for Tribbie, never. Like I use Tribbie on other teams. So but my best pick would be Robin, Bronya, and Remembrance MC. And if he can, at least 2 action advancer, okay? A very fast action advancer, a slow action advancer, and actually if you can give Phainon more speed and act before the first action advancer. I couldn't test that because I refuse to give less speed to Remembrance MC. So I'm at 154, so he acts first. But as I said, it's not a problem. You can delay using the ultimate and go after that. So I never had a problem with that. So, but I should test it. I never did it. But you know, I'm free to play. I as you can see, I cleared everything. So you know, this is the team that I used. You know, in the this is Memory of Chaos, Note 2. I don't know if well, we can check that later. Okay, so as I said, this is Phainon is a unit that was used and I've been using this unit every end game mode. Okay, so as for the Saber and Archer, I would have to say the one I tested that I didn't test that much is Saber. So we're going to talk about Archer. So this is the most fun unit to play, to be honest. I dabbled it a little bit. My problem with Archer is damage. So I would like to show you my Archer first. So 99, 114. I do not have Topaz. I just got this Lycon because I want it. So, but this is a pretty good Lycon for him. I got 9, 10, 10. I didn't work this out. But as for relics, I'm using the Genius, the very first OG set. I cannot really, I can't complain about this. I'm at 100% crit rate, so, and a Rutilant Arena. Okay, damage dealt by basic attack and skill increased by 20%. Okay, so also you can go for this crit, damage dealt by Warrior's Ultimate and follow-up attack increased by 15%. Okay, depending on which one is the best, depending on which one you know. Also, another good option, depending on what you have, is this one. Increase damage dealt by skill and ultimate by 20%. After using ultimate, it increases the damage dealt by the next skill by 25%. Okay, but you have the ignore 10% defense, which is something that we I mean, we got once with this set and then we never got again, something like this, which is insane. If you're using like myself, I'm using Silver Wolf. If you're using Silver Wolf, you are always hitting the quantum weakness. Silver Wolf is the character that can be swapped. If you want, you can get a, let's say you have a Tribbie. You can put any, basically you can put a Ting Yang, you can put a Harmony unit. Asta, I guess, I don't know, she gives you buffs attack if you have nobody else. So Tribbie, the problem with Tribbie is that Tribbie is somebody that needs to be slow to deal more damage. So you would want to use Tribbie, and actually a pretty good, a pretty good choice if you went for the fastest Tribbie in history, So why I'm saying this? Because basically what you want to do with this team, if you do not know, is having a slow Archer. Okay, every unit attacks and gives and replenishes the actions, basically, so that when Archer turns kicks in, he can he's basically always at 7 actions, and he can go to town and and use up all the skills. So you want him to go after everybody. So Archer is always built with with the less speed possible. Okay, and all of the teammates, they ideally want to be faster than Archer, and pretty and pretty speedy to get more actions. So if you Gallagher, for example, is the best in slot healer, because he replenishes the SP. I mean, there's nobody that does his job better than Gallagher. Okay, so we will actually go to battle with this team because I really like it, so that I can actually show a little bit how he plays. So let me go and put Silver Wolf back. Now the big question is Hanya. Hanya is here because I do not have Sparkle. With Sparkle, you would have 9 actions, and it would be crazy good. Sparkle would be the best in slot for Archer. Action advance, 9 attacks, so it's insane. I wanted to show you. I mean, Silver Wolf has 163 speed. Gallagher is 135, could be way better, way more, but yeah, I do not have good relics. Hanya naturally has a lot of speed, 150, 157, and I'm not really invested like traces and all that. I just have the bare minimum. It could be way better, but you know, it's the way it is. So let's see. Let's go to let's go to this. So let's try this archer with in the MOC. Resets in 3 days. So I'm going to go with Archer, Silverwolf, Gallagher, and Hanya. I mean, without Sparkle, Hanya is. I think it's. It doesn't matter what I use in the second wave. What's the buff? Well, doesn't matter. So let's showcase this guy a little bit. So just in case you know nothing about Hanya, at least what you want.
Decided to play your ace, huh?
Let's tag this one first. So as you can see, Archer does a follow-up attack because he has this little swords right here. He starts with 2. So each time you do a basic attack or a skill, or I think even in ultimate, he will do a follow-up attack which will replenish your SP. So pretty rad.
I've got a raid to get to.
Okay. So
let's finish this.
Just in case, I will stack up on skill points. I will actually basic attack. I'm at 7. So now Hanya, what does Hanya? Hanya will tag whichever enemy you want and put this mark.
I shall be the judge.
So now he's tagged with burden. So the second time I attack this guy, I will replenish a skill point. Okay. So this is why you use Hanya with Archer. So now to maximize damage, I will actually use Silverwolf's ultimate. Ideally, you want him to go to 0, but you know, well, maybe with this one.
Group, my friends.
At least I will remove 1 stack.
Indulge yourselves!
Well, he's at 1 stack. So now I'm at 7 skill points, and I can go absolutely crazy. So this is why you want Archer to go as low as possible, at least after everybody acts. Okay. So let's see how much damage I do. So this is my problem. I mean, this is the. I mean, we will do more damage over time. 58, 96, but it's not really that good. So I can go at least twice. You can see the marks have disappeared, so I will not get any skill points back. But I'm reaching. I will unleash the ultimate now. So as you can see, whenever I use the ultimate, I replenish my 2 swords. So now, whatever action I do, I will also do a follow-up attack with Archer, which will replenish my skill points.
That's all you got?
As you can see,
It ain't over.
Archer will do a follow-up attack. Okay, 47, not bad, not bad. So he's almost dead. Not bad, but you know. So you just want to use every skill point that you have on Archer. So even though you know Silverwolf might you might want to use the skill to debuff. He's near death, but I still want to attack him. So I do believe that my best course of action would be tagging this one. Okay.
I shall be the judge. By the will of the
Use the
Lords.
ultimate as soon as you
the
can.
10 Lords decree, hereby ordained.
A DDD I think would be pretty helpful. I do not have a DDD. I mean, I could have used a DDD because it was on Tribbie. But you know what? How you play Archer is pretty good. It's pretty good. So as for the last unit, the one I didn't really like her that much. I thought I would like her more, especially because I was so lucky. Is this girl right here? Saber. So Saber is a pretty good DPS. She has an action advance built on her own, so you need to play her. You need to pay attention to her speed and when you want her to advance and when you want to use the advance, the ally that you have advancing. So overall, a pretty good unit. For this showcase, I think I'm going to switch, and I'm going for Phainon. For Phainon's Lycom. So in this case, you also is quite similarly. You want units that advance, like Phainon, and overall units that can actually get that they get turns. You know, basically, there's nothing really much to say about this. You want her to attack as frequently as possible. I have her at 9, 9, 10. But overall, a little bit less fun, to be honest. So I'm using a 88, 118. I'm actually using what the Herta was using. So it's either the Wave Strider Captain or the Scholar set. So the best in slot is you know, I'm using it for Phainon, so I don't want to actually go switch it up all the time. So you know, I just settle for the Scholar set, and that's it. You might lose some DPS and all that, but you know what? It's not that bad. Because basically, yeah, you just play her like Phainon in a way. She's a hyper carry. You want to be, you know, you want to be blessed by buffs and go to town. So I'm using Rutilant Arena. This has been like interesting because all these DPSs that we talked about, all of them use either Inner Solsoto or Rutilant Arena. It's insane, you know. But yeah, basically whatever is best. I think I would go win damage instead of attack percentage. And in this case, you do want speed on Saber. You know, you do want speed. A little bit of speed tuning if you can. To be honest, I didn't really pay much attention to the speed tuning because, you know, I did not really quite like Saber, to be honest. That's it. But you know, a pretty good unit. Let's try her on. I think to be fair, we should go and do it Memory of Chaos. Let's set her up. So, of course, it's not the best. This is not the best way to showcase this unit, but you know, it's to be fair, you know, it's also a nice showcase to see how she does against non-wind type weakness enemy. And I saw people using Saber on first wave and totally destroying regardless of enemy weaknesses. So you know, it is what it is. I'm at E0 S0, so it is what it is. But with Eidolons and the power of the credit card, you can do everything. So Saber, in this case, Tribbie does work, you know. But Bronya, I mean, a double. Actually, you know what? I can go for a double action advance type of setup. Just to try it out. And then, yeah, I guess Gallagher will be best. He attacks quite frequently. Maybe in this case, if I want to survive, I would go for Aventurine also. Let's go Gallagher. So yeah, it's Saber is basically like Phainon, to be honest. So there's really not much to say about it. She has a little gimmick when you use the ultimate that you need to learn. But other than that, it's pretty easy.
Let's try it this other way.
So when I was talking about Phainon and delaying the ult is this. Instead of using the skill first turn, you just wait for him to get the full bar, so that he gets 100% and then he can act after Saber or after Phainon. So that's basically what I was talking about earlier.
Gonna keep going?
So in this case, she will use the ability 100%. Fuck. So yeah, it was supposed to be 100%, but you know, doesn't matter. Now we'll advance Saber. Boom. I'll blast again. Now I can blast again. Boom.
You'll pay for this.
Now I can use Bronya's skill
Lend me your strength.
and actually using the ultimate, you know, for maximum damage potential. Boom. 206. So you see, she gets a lot of turns, you know, like, but you know, it's not really that fun, to be honest. I really do enjoy Archer way more, and Phainon way more. Okay, so if you're using Remembrance MC, you need to time, you know, all of your attacks so that you get 100% whenever you need Remembrance MC to get 100%. Okay, so in this case,
This is being in sync.
even if I do not skill, if I skill, I will not get 100%. So not really. But you know, I could actually skill, and if they do not attack me, I will be way closer to getting 100% after Archer.
I'm not in a
Saber,
hurry
okay?
anyway.
So it's a little bit of a gamble. I'm getting pretty close to 100%. So let's see.
You can do it.
86, 89. So it worked out in the end because I will use my skill. 97, 98, so I will advance. I think that if I have to skill again. Okay, so but basically that's how you play. That's how you play it. So she does work really good with
We've entered the storm.
with double
To guard and defend.
advancer,
Crush them.
just like Phainon. And yeah, I mean, if I can I ult? If I can ult, I can ult after my skill. So I will do just that. So as you can see, ultimate wise, she does way more damage than Archer. And of course the showcase was a little bit off because you know, because of this is not a good wave to showcase my my Saber. But this is how you go. We can clear this wave, maybe. 29 cycles. 29 cycles. Thank God when she advances, she gets the another action on herself, because otherwise it will be impossible to play double. This is Phainon's problem, you know. Phainon has this problem. Pain in the ass, but you know, it's what it is. Let's see if I can clear this in 28. Oh my, I got fucked. I got completely fucked.
This is being in sync.
Fucked.
Still here.
Let's blast. I can blast again and I can ult.
In the mood for another
Well,
beating?
that's basically how you play. That's basically how you play the Mighty Saber. And as for Phainon, I do have a couple videos. It would be redundant to see how Phainon plays, just for the sake of, you know, finishing this video. I would also play with Phainon, but basically it's the same as Saber. I always play Phainon with Bronya. I mean, Bronya is the one I never skip. Remembrance MC, Robin, Ting Young are the ones I swap the most, to be honest. I never use Tribbie. I never use anybody else but those four, right? 4 units. So Robin, I'm liking Robin way more. You know, to be honest, this I think is the dream team. I need to still test this, to be honest. Oh my God, Phainon does not have the light cone. No. Maybe he does. He has no light cone, to be honest. Let's see. No, he has this one. So bad. Let's switch it. It's not that bad, but you know. So DDD would be great, but you know, I do not have DDD. This is my DDD. Robin is my DDD. And if I had a, to be honest, if you have a E1 Bronya, at least
Let me test the waters.
it'd be a pretty. I mean, I would be way happier if I had a E1 Bronya, but you know, it is what it is. So Phainon plays the same.
Let's try
You
this.
do want to, you know, trick it a little bit, you know. Let's see, if I skill now, what happens?
Do it.
I'm at 93, 96.
I
I want,
in the world.
basically what you want is go after Phainon. This is not going to happen because I'm already 96. So if I'm forced to basic attack here, 99, 100%. So this is not what I want, okay? So this is what I was talking about. Since my Remembrance MC is faster than Phainon,
Show your courage.
what I do is I basic attack first turn.
Let's try it this other way.
Okay, I'll basic attack. Boom. Now I can skill with Robin.
Harmony and unison.
Okay. I will delay. I'm not using this right now. So I can use this.
Future could come.
If I basic attack and then ult, I will get 100%. No, oh my god.
Souls shall
Sorry. I didn't mean to use it.
That looks like a tough one.
Shall begin.
Not her ult.
Show your
The other
courage.
ult.
Light up the dark.
Take 3. So back again.
Let's try it this other way.
We're going for a basic attack. Skill. Boom.
Pressing it all together.
Phainon will use his skill.
No other choice but
3
forward.
stacks.
Tomorrow.
Now,
I'm on it.
if I do a basic attack and then ult,
Trust me.
I'm at 90, 100%. Good. Okay, so I advance Phainon again. Do another skill.
Future could
6. Now I can, and I have the skill points to advance him again.
Lend me your strength.
Boom. Ideally, you want to go Phainon mode here without using any skills on Phainon, so that you can snapshot his buffs, her buffs. But you know, it's not gonna happen, not right now. So I am at 8. I will blast and go at 10, and I can actually advance this Robin. Boom.
Stars echo.
So we'll be going again. Let's see if I can do that in a snapshot. I think I can. Wait, look at this. Basic. Boom. Phainon will do. Yes, Phainon will blast.
Don't hate
And
this.
now Bronya
Lend me
will
your
snapshot
strength.
this damage. Because I will not skill, I will not basic, I will ult. Okay? That's the light cone buff. Let's see. Is this the one? I think it's this. No. It's, well, it was the free to play light cone. No, it's not a free to play light cone. It's the light cone that Bronya uses. Not her signature light cone. The other one. But basically, use snapshot. Oh, this is the best that you can do. Basically,
Don't let time
with
run away
Bronya.
in
So,
vain.
how you play on Castellana? Basically, if you can bounce, bounce. If you cannot, use enhance or blast. That's basically it. And this is how you play it. Don't be fooled by anybody saying anything else. So, if I blast, I get 2 stacks. If I enhance, I also get stacks. So, it depends on what you want to do. If you want to advance, it would work with more enemies.
Don't let time burn away in vain.
I mean, the blast does not do much damage either, so I'm dead. But if you have like 7 enemies, yes, do enhance, because you get more people attacking you, and your retaliation attack, it would be way better. Okay, so as I said, if you can bounce, just bounce.
Tear the sky.
Damage-wise, it is what it is, to be honest. That's the problem with Phainon. You know, I don't have his light cone. His light cone would put me at 30% more damage. I don't have it. So he's broken. I have to go blast, to be honest, because I can act twice. Well, actually, you know what? This gives me no. This gives me 3 stacks. This gives me 3 stacks also. So yeah, whatever I do. With 2 enemies, it's a little bit bad. You know, it doesn't work that well. With more enemies, is way better. Now it could work. Now it could work. So now, if I enhance based on all of the enemies attacking me, I will replenish and I can go bounce again. And I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks, 5, 7 stacks. Yeah, 7. Sadly, it's all of the damage that I could do. Now I'm doing the final attack. Single instance. Oh, it's a multi-hit target. Multi-hit damage. So, but you want him at 100%. Okay. So now this is where the fun begins. So this is where you have to manage and stay alive, because sustainless is pretty hard. But ideally, you do not want to refresh Robin's ult. You want to go back before this happens. Okay? It might happen, it might not happen.
Trust me.
But this is what you want. You don't want to use Robin's skill again.
Consequence. Future could come.
But I'm forced to basically play defense here, you know. It's not ideal, you know. So yeah, see, I have to replenish. Now I'm forced to use a skill point on Robin, and this is bad, you know. So the whole thing that I did was nice and sick, you know, snapshotting, but I was left with no skill point. As you saw, I was left with no skill points after Caslana. So you maybe want to sacrifice that snapshot so that you can
I'm not in a hurry
enter the second phase, you know, with more skill points. So I did all that just to get the best damage possible, but you know, this is what I got after. No skill points, everybody's dead, you know, and it is what it is.
No other choice but
so I'm, you know, it's basically over, you know. Whatever I do, I will die. But you know, this is how you play Phainon. So this is why I like Phainon, to be honest. It keeps you on your toes, and it's not that overpowered, to be honest. I had many teams, I tried many things, to be honest. As I said, to finish up, you know, Phainon, Saber, and Archer, the best unit, to be honest. The one that worked for me the most for this 3.4 end game content was Phainon. I used Phainon every single time. And actually, if being honest, I didn't use either Saber or Archer, you know, in any other content. Yeah. Okay, so Memory of Chaos, I did it with this team. I used Phainon, Aventurine, Bronya, and Ting Yung. So I mean, this was lucky, really lucky. I could not finish it without sustain. To be honest, I wasn't. This was my first time having Phainon. I was just playing him for a couple days, so it could have been improved, I think. But I was so reluctant on not going. I'm not using Remembrance MC on him, on Phainon, because I wanted to use it on Castorice. I did not want to use Romay. Romay did not give me the advantages, so I was forced to use Remembrance MC on first turn, on first wave. So this was my pure fiction. I did not use Archer nor Saber. I used Aventurine in double dot. pretty cool, pretty insane run. 33,000 points on first wave, which was insane. Saved the run. And as for the Apocalyptic Shadow, I used Phainon, and then I used the Firefly OG team. So I could not use Remembrance MC because I had to use them on second wave, so I used Tingyun, okay, with Phainon. But yeah, basically this is my story. I used Phainon a lot. To be honest, if I went for Saber instead of Phainon, I don't think I would have been able to clear this MOC and all that end game content. Would have been too hard. So well, I hope that you enjoyed. This is my little, little summary of this 3.4 patch. The Saber event was ass. I did not like it. The Fate Stay Night event was a little bit good animations and all that, but I didn't really like it. The fact that they just in the beginning there was this part, where nobody was voiced, really made me want to skip everything. It's just I wasn't really invested. The fact that they recycled many things, nah. This was not a good event. It was good on I need to finish this thing and all that, getting more Jades and all that, but that's it. This is just it. I wasn't expecting such a low quality event. I wanted to make a video about it, but I said, you know what, I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, this is my I hope that it helped showcasing a little bit how they play and all that. This 3.4 units. We'll see about the future. We're getting Hyacine and Seridna. Seridna is supposedly gonna be the best in slot for Phainon. I don't think I'm going to be able to get her. Be insane if I could pull her, but I don't know, man. Hyacine is also a pretty good unit. She will revive Dot. There's no question about it. I know she'll be pretty insane. I do have Kafka, I do have Black Swan, so I'm in a good position, but as I said, I have little to none Jades. 3,000, no pity, nothing. I can grind the events and all that. I'll see. But no new 4-star, no new nothing. It's just not good to me. What are they going to rerun? What are they going to do with the 4-star characters? Like, nothing. I need a new 4-star character. There's a lot of units that they can use, and man, it's been a year since we got a Moza. It's insane. Well, it's a long ass video. I hope you enjoy all the yapping. See you next time.